What's up, everyone? We're looking at something a little bit different today. Going to be playing a new game called The Finals, which is, this footage is from the second closed beta for the game. I wasn't able to get into the first closed beta, but I was able to get into the second one, so I figured I wanted to check it out. And I do believe the game is coming out later this year. And part of what caught my interest for this game is that I believe it's from some former developers at DICE, which, if you don't know, that's the studio primarily known for making the Battlefield games. And I haven't really played Battlefield games in quite a while, but I was really big into Battlefield Bad Company 1 and Bad Company 2, along with a little bit of Battlefield 3, and then I kind of fell out of playing a bit, but I did like those games a lot, and I think part of the thing that kind of caused me to move away from them was that at the time I was playing on console, and the Battlefield games, I don't know if it's different nowadays, because I don't play a lot of FPSs on console, but back then, you could not play with as many players as compared to the PC version, and it felt like the newer games, starting with Battlefield 3, were kind of moving. I mean, Battlefield was always known for having big maps and big players compared to like Call of Duty, but I felt like they really started to move more towards that after the Bad Company games. And it might have been that way beforehand. I didn't really have much experience with Battlefield before Bad Company, but it definitely felt like it was moving towards bigger scale stuff, a lot of, you know, tanks, planes, helicopters, all that stuff, which Battlefield, you know, is known for, but at least on console, it just caused all of the maps to feel really empty, at least in my opinion. So I kind of stopped playing a lot, but this has kind of that similar Battlefield feel. You can already kind of tell there's a good amount of destructibility, which is something Battlefield is known for, but it's much smaller scale. In the quick play mode I'm playing right now, just the casual queue, I guess. It has 3 teams of 3 people each, kind of a 1v1v1 scenario, or 3v3v3, depending how you want to look at it. And you're fighting over that little box I was carrying around right there, which kind of acts like a capture the flag type thing. You have to go to a vault, and after a little bit, after activating the vault, it will drop out that box, and then you have to take the box to any of these cash out points. And at that point, that's kind of where, like, you're taking it there like a capturing the flag, but you put it in the cash out thing, and you have to defend it, where it takes a good amount of time for the cash out to complete. I think probably over maybe a minute and a half. I should probably time it, but it's not a short amount of time. It's not like capture the flag where you just get there and instantly capture it. So you have to get there and defend it, and then the other teams can come in and take some time and try to steal it. And the timer does not reset, so if you're defending it for pretty much the whole time, and then enemy team comes in and steals it at the last second, you get no money, and the other team gets all of it. So you do have to be careful about defending that after you start to activate the cash out. Another thing this game has is multiple kind of like classes. I guess they have them set up as weight types. There's light, medium, and heavy. And my team right now, we are running one of each. I'm on medium, and we do have a light and a heavy as well. And each of those classes or weight types have their own set of weapons and skills and equipment. And there's some overlap, like I know light and heavy can both have an incendiary grenade, and medium can't, so that's why I'm running the frag grenade on this. But I am pretty much running the default medium kit right here. The AKM is what you start with. And I've got a frag grenade, a jump pad, and then my defibrillator. For those are my kind of like 4 main abilities. And then I also have the heal beam, which honestly I feel like the heal beam is really strong. I feel like a lot of people aren't really taking as much advantage of it as you can. I think it's especially good when you do have a heavy teammate on your team as well, since they've got that extra HP. That is the thing too, like light has 150 HP, medium has 250, and heavy has 350, so it goes up 100 with each rank. But right now we are trying to get back there. They started the cash out. You can see the timer going around on that circle. Use my jump pad to get the high ground here. And one thing too is that dying as a squad, you know, if you die individually, you can be repaired. You can kind of see those, I don't know if you noticed them yet, but they're kind of like little Monopoly tokens almost that drop down when you die, and your teammates can come and revive you. It takes a little bit to do that. But if your full team gets wiped, you respawn as a squad. Now in the quick play mode, after a certain period of time being dead, you can choose to automatically spawn yourself back in without your team reviving you, and it seems like it usually spawns you relatively close to the action. I don't know exactly how it works. And right here I'm going to try to go for one of those revives, get the defibrillator revive. That's my special ability, so it's pretty much instant, but it does only revive them at half HP. So you can spawn yourself in after that timer. You can see my teammate Jennifer there on the side, 5 seconds till they can choose to spawn themselves in if they want, or wait for us to pick them up. But if they don't do that, or we don't pick them up and the full squad gets wiped, then the timer resets. So even if they were 1 second away from being able to spawn themselves back in, if both me and Swizzles here died, it would go back to, I think, 18 seconds for the full team respawn, and then it spawns you pretty far away. So this is definitely a game that prioritizes trying to at least have some of your squad stay alive, even in the quick play mode. And I think it gets different in the tournament type modes, because I think it's more limited on when you can spawn yourself back in. I think there's a limit to that, while in quick play it's unlimited. But right there, we did manage to get the steal, and then unfortunately I kind of fumbled with my jump pad, wasn't able to get back up, and another team was able to steal it back. So now this orange team, I believe Boundless is the name, still taking me a little bit to get used to the names. We're the Live Wires, I believe, and then Big Splash is the other one. Not really sure what the other team is, because I think there is more than 3 teams in some of the other modes. But they've already got 10,000, and 20,000 is the win. So if they get one more of these cash outs, they're gonna win. But it could go on for a while still, because both us and the purple team could get a cash out as well, bringing it down to a 4th one to finish it out. But right now, I've started the vault to drop that money. Just trying to heal my buddy here, keep him healthy, because you do have passive regen. It takes a while to kick in though, and it's not like Gundam Evo passive regen where taking an offensive action will stop it. It's only if you get hurt. So you can still shoot at people if you're confident you're not going to take any damage back. You can still shoot at people, throw grenades and all that, and it will not reset your passive regen timer. But this heal beam is definitely very strong, because it takes a bit for the passive regen to kick in. So I do go in here, get this defib quick, make sure to heal him a bit too. We do manage to pick up that 1 kill, but while that was happening, my buddy Swizzles tried to take the cash out and got taken out. Now this team's trying to run away with it. I'll finish them off, and then we come here and try and get the revive, but I accidentally grabbed the thing. That's another thing, you don't just have to go for the revive on the person right where they're sitting. You can actually pick up their token and drop it somewhere else to go for a safer spot to repair them. So that's kind of what I'm going to try to do here, but he's so close to the cash out and that zip line, it's hard to pick one up, but I do get him here. Try to toss him to the door, but unfortunately during that, the sniper guy's really just kind of doing a lot of damage to us. Takes out another teammate. Finally get him in a safe spot, and since my defibrillator isn't available yet, I'm just going to go for the regular revive. And regular revive takes a lot longer, but it does revive them at full HP, so I don't have to heal them afterwards. He's good to go. So far, no one's picked up the cash out yet. Still just sitting here. I thought maybe that meant it was safe, but no, everyone has just set up this defensive position around it. They've got that automated turret. They've got some toxic gas laid down. Everyone's just waiting. For some reason, no one's picking up the cash out. They're all a little bit too scared. Yeah, now that I'm dead, so I can respawn myself in 12 seconds here, or I can see if my teammate here can get in. And they're also playing as medium. Oh yes, I said we were playing as one of each, right? I was incorrect. This is actually, we're doing 2 mediums and 1 light. So they also have the defibrillator and the heal beam. But since it seemed like we died in a pretty dicey spot, I decided to just go ahead and spawn myself back in. And now someone is taking the cash out, finally moving somewhere. This has actually been a bit of a slower match. A lot of the times, if one team is pretty dominant, it can end even before the halftime, which is coming up here at 9 minutes. It seems like everyone's been a little bit scared to pick up the money and take it anywhere. I think part of that might be that there's a lot of people rocking the sniper rifle in this match. And once you get indoors to a spot to defend the cash out, the sniper rifle's pretty hard to work with. You gotta get some good damage up close, which can be tough. Personally, I tried out the sniper rifle a couple times, didn't really like it for those reasons. There are some cash out points that are kind of on ceilings and stuff, but even there, I think I'd rather have something else. My team is cleaning up a few kills here. Like, alright, no one else is coming for this, so I'm just going to grab the cash out and go somewhere. And I thought first, maybe I'd go towards B there. That's kind of where all the enemies are. I'll see if there's anything above me, and decide, you know what, it's a long ways away, but C is probably the safest. So I'm just going to run for that, even though one of my teammates went down. I think we are going to be coming up to the halftime point here. We're at 9 minutes. There it is. And I know that there's some like special arena effects that happen when the time gets really low, like the last 3 or 2 minutes. Very rarely has happened to me so far, so I'm not really sure what a lot of them do. I know one was low gravity, but the match basically ended as soon as it activates. I didn't really get to see how that worked out. It may be different in the tournament modes too. There might be more or less of those. We do got our cash out going now though. Decided to zipline up to this rafters area so I can kind of watch down on it. Do want to make sure my teammates isn't dying though. Yeah, the other medium on our team, they are running the grenade launcher, which It's pretty annoying, you know, kind of reminds me of the grenade launchers from Call of Duty and stuff, the noob tubes, as people often call them. But I did try it out myself, and I wasn't having much success with it, so it might not necessarily be a low skill thing. My teammate here, though, is throwing down some of the canisters sitting around and blowing up stuff. I'm not really sure why they did this. I was actually a little bit upset because I was like, you know, I've got this high ground area here where I can look down on it, and now you've kind of dropped the box down into a place that's a little bit harder to defend. That is something you can use to your advantage, though. If a team is doing a cash out higher up in a building, you can blow up the ceilings beneath it and cause it to fall down and maybe put yourself in a better position and mess up their defensive setup. I can still mostly see it from here, so I was able to take out that one person. I do have that canister next to me as well. I think it's just one that spreads fire. So I thought about picking that up, but I was a little bit worried I'd blow the cash out spot outside the building or something, so I just decided to throw down my frag nades, keep my high ground for now. Getting pretty close, 3/4 of the way done. That heavy guy comes in, takes a lot of shots, but yeah, standing in fire on the shooting at him from above, not gonna work out too well. This guy does realize I'm in this good spot here, does try to jump me. He does not take me out, so I'm still okay to guard that. And unless they kill me here, I don't think they're really gonna be able to get it. Time is running out. I'm still in this good defensive spot. And throw down a couple more frag nades. I think one person flies out the window there. I don't think there's any ground there, so I think they just fell to their death. And I think at this point, it's too late for anyone to stop the cash out. That is something I'd be curious to see them change with. You know how in a lot of games when you have like destruction points and stuff like that, when you start the disarm or the steal in this case, the timer doesn't run out. It allows you to keep doing that until you die, a little bit of an overtime type effect. They don't have it here, and maybe it's intentional, because not every game has it either. You know, stuff like Valorant, and CS, well, just CS in general, when the timer is getting low, no matter when you, no matter if you start disarming at the final second or so, it's still gonna blow up. So maybe that's what they're thinking here, but it does feel a little bit odd when, like, there's time left and it's like you really can't do anything, it's already gone. But it's not a huge deal. They do give you a lot of time even before it reaches that point. Right here, I'm gonna try and hide, but he did see me. Almost still take him out, get him down to half. Ran through a lot of damage there trying to heal my friend. Unfortunately, I think my fellow medium is playing pretty well, but they are not nearly as focused on the healing as I am. But I guess it's okay because they do pick me up with the defibrillators, so I am still back in the action. Our light spawned back in, and while all that was happening, someone did go for the cash out. All the way over there. They're getting sniped at, though. Can't really see him, but I decided to fire a little bit of suppressing fire. There's actually a guy to my left over there. I don't even know if I saw him, but either way, I think I just want to get out. Go over here. Now, I thought about putting down a jump pad and flying up to that roof and killing the sniper, but I wanted to focus on healing up my friend here. But they kept running away, and they got their passive healing anyway, so I probably could have gotten killing that sniper. Now they've started the cash out here. It's the purple team who doesn't have any money yet, so if they do get this, the game will continue, but if either us or the orange team manage to steal, it will be the end. There's already a lot of stuff blown up here. I'm trying to see where they're hiding. They get detected by that motion sensor on the ground. Haven't actually unlocked that piece of equipment yet, but it seems pretty good. But there was a second person below. They blew up the floor underneath us, but there were two of us dropping on him, able to take him out. That's kind of an interesting defense there. One of them was holding the actual floor, and the other one was waiting underneath to destroy it, wait for us to drop down. But it was only two of them. Didn't have their third. May have been the sniper who was out of position. And now we've got it going for us, and it's getting close to halfway done. I think that proximity sensor is still on the ground. This is the first time I think I'd actually seen it in a match, so I wasn't really sure what I was getting detected by. I know there's a grenade that does that, but I didn't know there was like a sensor you put on the ground, but I think I destroyed it there. Having a little bit of trouble hitting it. I'm deciding to hold the high ground a little bit here. Got a good eye on that, and I think that's on the bottom floor now, so I don't think they can destroy the floor and make it fall any farther. They might be able to destroy some walls and drop on top of it to get some cover. And there it is again. This time I'm like, okay, I definitely know it's originating from that this time, so I'm just gonna blow that up. Get some healing going to get my people back up healthy. And now they've knocked down some more walls. Some more cover. Gonna throw a frag there, but I took a good amount of damage. And back up and heal up a little bit, but they decided to push me. I actually almost take that guy out. Missed a couple shots at the end there, but I think he walks back into that toxic gas and just dies to that. And now timer's running out, but they are trying to steal. I don't know if our guy can get there in time. He rushes over using that extra speed from the light. Guess I didn't mention that as well. The speed also, light is the fastest, heaviest, the slowest. But now I don't think there's time for anyone to steal. And with that, we are going to get the win. Good save by my team while I was dead. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this game. You know, I'm curious to hear what you guys think, if you'd like to see any more. Obviously, with the beta ending soon, I've only got a limited amount of footage I can use. But, you know, let me know if you want to see more of this when it comes out fully or more of the beta, because I'm happy to do some more. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks again, everyone, for watching, and I'll see you next time.